Trump's campaign denying allegations that the Republican nominee used sexist language to talk about contestants and employees on The Apprentice. That is what this new report claims, out from the Associated Press. A Trump spokeswoman calls this report, quote, outlandish, unsubstantiated, and totally false, fabricated by publicity-hungry, opportunistic, disgruntled former employees. Joining us now is Erin Elmore. She is a Trump supporter and a Season 3 contestant on The Apprentice. Erin, thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
So listen, you have been there. You have been on this set. You know the vibe and the atmosphere behind the scenes. Is there a way that some of these allegations could be realistic in your view? These allegations that there was some inappropriate conduct happening?
Absolutely not. I was there. I lived through this. Donald Trump was nothing but a professional. He was a mentor. It was an environment of nothing but professional conduct. All of these comments are absolutely unsubstantiated and untrue and motivated by things like political aspirations or just fame. And it's not what I saw at all. I was treated with dignity and respect, and everyone around me was treated the same way. As you know, the Trump organization, and during his presidential campaign, Trump has promoted and employed so many women, Kellyanne Conway, myself, Hope Hicks, his press director. So he is known to support women and says nothing but positive things in their regard.
Culturally, though, on the set of The Apprentice, which is a show obviously that Donald Trump ran, was there ever a moment when there was maybe a comment made about a woman's appearance, about her body, at any point in the season that you were on?
Never, not once. It was a professional environment through and through from beginning to end. And I lasted a very long time on The Apprentice. I spent a great deal of time personally with Donald Trump and with my colleagues and with the people behind the scenes. And he was professional the whole entire time. I was there. I saw it.
That this story is even a headline, Erin, how much does this hurt him with the very voters that he needs to win over? I'm thinking of suburban women specifically, suburban white women that may be looking at this AP article and reading some of these quotes about Donald Trump making comments about their appearance, about their bodies. That's got to hurt, I would imagine.
I would caution them to be careful about what they read and consider the source. The Apprentice was the #1 rated show on television and employed several hundred people over the years, many of whom are supporters of Donald Trump and speak out and say wonderful things, but you don't hear people like us making the news.
Let me ask you about this. Fellow Trump supporter and former Speaker of the House, Newt Gingrich, is now openly, very sort of publicly pleading with your candidate to change his rhetoric. He tells the New York Times, quote, he's gotten himself to the edge of the mountain. He can get himself to the top of the mountain. But to do that, he has to be willing to make real change. So, Erin, do you agree that Mr. Trump has to change the tone or focus of his campaign to win?
You know, I think he should listen to people like Newt Gingrich, who have been in this political board for a great deal of time. And I think Donald Trump has great, smart, brilliant advisors around him, and he's listening to them all the time. So I think he's listening. I think he's prepared. And I think in the next 30-plus days, we're going to take our path to the White House.
Erin Elmore, thanks so much for being with us live here. We want to add that NBC, which broadcasts The Apprentice, referred questions from the AP to executive producer Mark Burnett. His studio has referred calls to a PR firm, but those calls were not returned. Coming up.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.